Derek Kellgren from Kel Tec Firearms. How does this NRA convention compare to previous meetings you've attended?
I think the biggest difference of this show is not only is it busier in general, but you're dealing with the end user. Most of the shows that we go to are obviously going to be industry shows where you're dealing with other companies in the industry, manufacturers, distributors. This show is strictly going to be consumers that are attending your booth, and you're just swamped with people. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. For one thing, you get to actually hear what the comments that people are saying about your product from the ground floor. These are the end users. These are who we make the product for. So it's good to hear their feedback. On the other side, you get to hear the complaints from people. You get to hear the rumors that, the misinformation that they're hearing from other people. You hear the same questions over and over and over again, which can be tiring, but we love it. And so we love to attend the NRA show. It's harder in general for us just to speak with all these customers and kind of go through the same spiel over and over again versus industry shows when you're just kind of having business meetings and things like that. So I think that's the biggest difference.
Kel Tec guns remain in very high demand and are often difficult to find. What has your company been doing to ramp up production to meet this increase?
We've done quite a bit. We've actually put up a fifth building now, another 30,000 square feet of manufacturing facilities. We are now at 200 employees, up from 175 at the start of the year. We've doubled production, especially on the hardest to get items like the shotgun and the PMR 30. The whole year this year is going to be focused on getting those guns out. And we've been putting a lot of money into that, and I think people are starting to see them trickle through now, even though, still get the same comments from people that they can't find it, which is understandable, but we're making so much more of them now, and that's pretty much what we've been focusing on.
Okay, and the Senate recently rejected the proposed assault weapon ban. Still, there's a lot of misinformation out there. What can people do to educate the public?
Yeah, the assault weapons thing, I think the first problem is that the people that are writing these laws don't really have a grasp on what assault weapons are, nor do they really understand what the dangers of assault weapons and how little they are actually being used in crimes. They're focusing on assault weapons when really, if you were to look at the percentage of crimes committed with firearms, the least amount are with assault weapons. Most of them are with handguns, and they're not even talking about those, which is fine. Or knives, or people getting beaten up or strangled. Those are the majority of crimes, and yet we're focusing on assault weapons. And I think people need to actually educate themselves on what an assault weapon is and how often they are actually used in crimes, and that it's not the majority. It's such a small minority of crimes that are committed with assault weapons, but people are just kind of following along with the media. They hear, oh, assault weapons, that's bad, and let's get rid of them, and I think that's a lot of the problem.
What do we need to do in order to further protect our Second Amendment rights?
I think it's with the kids, to be honest with you. I think we're losing the generations as people get older. They're not indoctrinating their kids into firearm safety, and people are learning that guns are bad rather than learning how to use them safely and what they're actually used for, which is protection or for sport or for fun. I know a lot of the shooting I do is just recreational at the range, and a lot of people just think, oh, if he's got guns, he's looking to do something bad. And I think that's the problem, and I think we really need to get the younger generation interested in firearms and safe firearm use and what they're actually used for. Otherwise, it's just going to slowly dwindle down to where we're an extreme minority, and now nobody even cares about it anymore. The kids are like, guns, who cares? It's not a big deal. But, guns are used for fun. That's what we do. It's just a sport. It's enjoyable, and I think people have lost that, and I think that's the problem.
Okay, well, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you.
News by the Barrel.